And it is time. What is up, everyone? It feels like it's been forever because it kind of has been forever, but super happy to be back. Hey, want to give a quick shout out before we dive in. If you enjoyed the music that was playing during the 5-minute countdown, that actually comes from a fellow pen tester. This is actually the guy who trained me in when I got my job at Rhino as a pen tester. Let me just give him a shout out. I will share my screen real quick. David Cuts Marks, incredible pen tester, and he just dropped some DJing stuff on his YouTube channel. He only has 3 subscribers. He only has like this video, but let's show him some support. So I'm just gonna grab this video, and y'all should go jump on there and subscribe to him. I'm going to right now. We'll subscribe and show him some love. But that's where that music was coming from in the beginning. So guys, I'm gonna try to stream tonight. Try is really the key word. I was at Defcon, right? So that's why I wasn't streaming for a while, because I was at Defcon. I was busy, but as soon as I got back from Defcon, I got freaking COVID from Defcon. So I'm still like sniffling, still have my tissues next to me. I'm basically over COVID, but right now it's just like a sinus infection. So I'm still all congested in my head, but I was like, yo, it's been like 3 weeks. I can't keep going without streaming and without making some videos. I've still been releasing videos because thankfully I have kind of a pretty big backlog of videos I can just keep coming out with even when I'm not streaming. But wanted to jump on and at least attempt to stream, and hopefully I don't sniffle too much into the microphone. But what is up, everyone? Looking over at chat, we got Ralph, CJ, Jimmy, Nefos, Ralph again, Captain. Good to have all of you here. And it looks like quite a few people who just haven't said anything in chat. As long as Restream is working, let me make sure all the chat is coming over. Give me a second. Yeah, okay, cool. We got that. Let me check Twitch real quick, manually. All right. All looks good. Told you guys. Still trying to get over it. Do I have many souvenirs from Defcon? Not too many. I'll show you guys a couple of things I have. I really don't have a lot because I made the mistake, guys. When I went to Defcon, I didn't bring a suitcase. I only wanted a carry-on. So all I had was my backpack and my carry-on, and my carry-on was already completely full. So then I realized once I got to Defcon, I can't really bring much stuff back because I'm out of room, and I had to make sure I got souvenirs for my kids. So that left me no room to bring my own stuff back. So I only have a few things. Let me grab my Defcon bag. I'll show you guys what I have. All right, some show and tell. We have, of course, if I can grab it, the Defcon badge. This was really cool. It was like a little Game Boy game thingy you can hack. So that was the badge this year. Oh, I was hiding at Defcon? Dude, I hosted a meetup. Why didn't you come to the meetup? I was at 2 meetups. I had a Hack Smarter meetup I hosted on Thursday night. We hosted a meetup, had like, I don't know, 40, maybe 50 people come. We packed out the bar. And then the Simply Cyber meetup the next night, I hung out at the Simply Cyber meetup for the entire meetup and then went and got supper with Jerry afterwards. So I wasn't hiding, dude. I made my location pretty public. Make sure that doesn't break. I also got this cool thing from Try Hack Me. It's like a little carry bag. It has a bunch of different badges in it. Oh, I also have a bunch of shirts, but those are upstairs, guys, so I can't show you my shirts. But have a bunch of cool like Try Hack Me badges that came with this. Got interviewed with them. Got to meet really one of my mentors, Amoeba Man, who made all the AD networks and Try Hack Me. Really good friend of mine, but have never met in person. So honestly, I was like most excited about just meeting him in person. That was a lot of fun. What's my phone going off? Let me put my phone on. My phone's telling me I need to stream on Twitch. I'm doing it, phone. I'm here, sick and everything. Let's see what else we have. I know I have a few other things. I got this card game, guys. I haven't even opened it. From Try Hack Me. So it was like if you won the CTFs, you got this card game. But they just gave it to me because I'm cool. I didn't win their CTF. Guys, I haven't even opened it. Let's check it out. Hacktivity's card game. Oh, these like quizzes? Here's what they look like. I'll show these to you guys. Maybe. fix my badge on the wall? Oh, yeah. Good call. All right. What is this? So these card games, like I said, I'm just opening them now. But they say, like, computer is not working. Have you tried? Oh, is it like apples to apples? I think it is here. Because these are questions on this side. I don't know if you guys can read that. And I think on these other cards. Oh, yeah, it's like apples to apples if you guys ever played that game. Because then it has answers, right? It's like your computer isn't working. Have you tried, dumpster diving and stuff? That's pretty cool. I'll make sure to play this. I don't have any friends, but... yeah, Cards Against Humanity style. I'm thinking apples to apples. Guys, I used to play as a teenager. But yeah, Cards Against Humanity style. That's cool. I just don't have many friends to play it with me. So maybe the next Defcon I'll bring it and we can all play it. Let me drop it in here. All right, let me see what else. That's most of what I have as far as like souvenirs go. Because like I said before, a lot of it was t-shirts that I got. I couldn't carry much home. As a result, some random like, I don't know, some know before random stuff they gave me. What's this? No, that's not anything. Yeah, guys, that's about it, honestly. My next year, I thought not bringing a suitcase was sweet because I was like nice and quick. I didn't have to wait for my luggage, but I couldn't bring anything back. So maybe next year I'll bring a suitcase so I can actually get some swag. I got a bunch of stickers, of course, too, but I gave those all to my kids. I don't know where they're at. I did get some Kaido stickers. I could put one on my microphone right here. That'd be kind of cool. Kaido is what you see me use on stream all the time for web app pen testing type stuff. I got to meet one of the founders, one of the lead developers of Kaido. Had like a 45-minute just conversation with him at Defcon about Kaido and features coming up. Super excited about all those things. Really fun meeting him. HunterBot said, what's your thoughts on teaching your kids hacking skills? I don't want to teach my kids because I think it's easy for them to abuse the skill, but I was wondering what someone else's thoughts on it. To be honest, I haven't thought deeply about it yet. My kids are only 7 and 4, and I don't let my kids have technology really. So like they don't have computers, not till they're older, so I haven't even thought about it. I think you could teach them how to do it safely, right? Try Hack Me style and making sure they're careful about it, but as a general rule, even though I work in tech, I think it's a bad idea to give kids tech 99% of the time. My daughter has a Amazon Kids tablet that I can monitor from my phone and lock down and stuff. And my kids get 1 hour of screen time a day. So that's all they get. And I think that's a good idea. Or an hour and a half, I think, is what we give them. What do I think about the big AI? I didn't even look at the AI thing, Eric. I saw it in the middle and didn't even look at it. I heard some people from Rhino who went through it who thought it was cool, but honestly, guys, like DEF CON is fun for the meetup aspect of it, like the networking, being able to meet people in person. Like the Hacks Murder meetup was super cool, being able to meet a bunch of people in person that I only recognize from their Discord names. I think at my table alone, there's people from like South Africa, the UK, Israel, Germany, like all at one table, which is amazing, talking about cyber and talking about life. But DEF CON itself, I don't know, like it's a lot of waiting in lines. The new location was nice because it was a little big and everything is in one spot, but it's still just like, I freaking don't have the patience to wait in lines for stuff. Know what I mean? Yeah, dude, shout out to CJ. CJ is the one who made the meetup happen, both for Hack Smarter and Simply Cyber. Did my feet hurt afterwards? Yeah, actually they hurt really bad. This didn't happen last time. But I think it was just because I was always carrying extra weight around with me. I had like my freaking 30-pound backpack with my heavy laptop in it with me all the time. I got like, I think plantar fasciitis, I think is the right word, like crazy foot pain in one of my feet. Like I could barely walk for a few days after I got back. So that sucked. I'm back to normal now, back to boxing and everything, minus the, having COVID and all that stuff. Yeah, don't give too much tech to children, like mobile, laptop, always monitor. Yeah, it's going to be a while before my kids have a laptop. And even when they have one, it's going to be heavily, heavily monitored. There's no way they're going to bypass the stuff I put on it. Like, I have a full root kit and everything on it. They're not doing anything without me seeing it. And if they manage to do it, I'll be impressed, but they're not going to be able to. Promise. All right, guys, so I don't have a whole lot of time this evening. Just wanted to jump on, hang out for a little bit, maybe try to knock out this Try Hack Me room, but it is my daughter's first day of school tomorrow, and so I got to wake up super early, do all the first day of school stuff, so I'm not going to be on as late as I normally am, but I did this room, I think it was pre-Defcon, or was it right when I got back from Defcon? So I have completed this room, but it was really hard for me. Like, there was a few things on here that really threw me off, and I thought I want to redo this entire thing like from scratch on stream to force myself to learn it better and to force myself to teach it a little bit. But I guarantee you I'm going to get stuck on it just like I did the first time. It is the block room here on Try Hack Me. If you haven't done it, it really is a lot of fun. I'm going to start recording the standalone for YouTube, get a drink of water, and then we'll dive into things. Actually, I might as well show off one of my Try Hack Me shirts too while I do it. Oh, I also lost my water bottle at Defcon, so that was cool. I had to buy a new water bottle, but the freaking straw is too small, so I can't drink it out of the straw because it makes me mad. So I use it like a cup now. Amazing. All right, one more thing, guys, before we dive into the content. I got to meet with Network Chuck today, which is kind of crazy. Here, I'll see if I can pull the picture up. Yeah, here it is. So, this is crazy. Network Chuck, he commented on one of my videos a while back. Geez, what was that? And not even one of my videos. When I spoke at Simply CyberCon, I talked about mental health, and Network Chuck jumped in the chat and was like, hey, I need to talk to this guy. And I was like, let's talk, but I had no way of reaching out to him. And so, like, I tried to reach out to him then, and I don't remember what I did then, but I wasn't able to get a hold of him. And then on one of my videos called From Pastor to Hacker, Network Chuck himself commented on the video saying, like, awesome video, keep up the good work, or something like that. And I was like, shoot, so he does know who I am. How can I get a hold of him? And so I reached out, I think, to like their sponsor page, and then one of the Network Chuck team people sent my message over to Chuck, and then Chuck got back to me and was like, yeah, let's chat. So we didn't have anything formal that we were planning on talk about, just more like get to know each other. And we talked for like an hour earlier today. So dude's super nice, super genuine. Like, I say this about a lot of people, but one of the nicest people I have met. Had a lot of wisdom on the content creation YouTube side. It was really interesting hearing just like what it's like to make videos at his level, right? He has over 4 million subscribers, has, I don't know, like 6 full-time staff members for YouTube alone. And of course, like, it's like a hate and love in the community. Some people love him, some people hate him because of the YouTube, algorithm type things. But I can tell you from meeting with them one-on-one, super, super nice guy. I think the hate that people give him, I know that hate is undeserved. Like, dude was incredibly nice. And it wasn't like, hey, Tyler, pay me money and I'll meet with you. No, nothing like that. Just like, hey, let's get to know each other. Let's chat. We both have the same faith. So you've heard me talk about my faith before. Faith is a huge thing in his life as well. So I think we spent like the first 30 minutes just talking about like our personal lives and faith background and stuff like that. So that was super cool to meet with him. I can't share anything public yet, but I can tell you we are going to have some collabs hopefully in the near future between me and Network Chuck. So that'll be fun. That was a really fun conversation with him. But all right, let's go ahead and start the standalone video for this, and we will do this. Oh, John Doe said, nice t-shirt. This is the 2023 Advent that I discovered you. Boom. Heck yeah, Advent of Cyber 2023. Thank you, John Doe, for coming. And I'll be doing Advent of Cyber again this year. Gosh, this is cold. I don't know if you guys have ever tried talking when your nose is running and like on camera, but it freaking sucks. All right. I don't want to sniffle in my videos, but yeah, I'll be doing Advent of Cyber again this year. Hopefully, Try Hack Me asked me to do some of the official walkthroughs. I did 2 of the official walkthroughs last year, but I plan on live streaming every single day in December, just like I did last year, and we'll do those challenges together. But okay, guys, let me go ahead and start recording for the standalone YouTube video, and then we will dive into it. All right. My nose going to be fine? I think so. Hey, what is up everyone? Welcome back to another video. In this video, we're going to go through one of the newer Try Hack Me rooms called Block. Now, full disclaimer, usually when I go through rooms like this, I do it live for the very first time while I'm making the video. That's kind of my thing. I'm showing you my stumbling around and figuring things out. I do want to be clear. I have completed this room before about a week or 2 weeks ago, but I was very much lost when I was doing it. Like I was able to figure some of it out myself, but had to look at walkthroughs and got pretty dang stuck on it. But I learned a lot in the process. And so what I want to do is I cleared the room. I want to start from scratch. I want us to make notes together as we go through this room. And I want to do the room a second time and see if I can figure it out, maybe with your help. So without any further ado, let me go ahead and share my screen. And here we are. Block, encryption, what encryption? This is going to be more of a forensic room. So let's go ahead and just dive into it. One of our junior system administrators forgot to deactivate 2 accounts from a pair of recently fired employees. We believe these employees used the creds that were given in order to access some of the many private files from our server, but we need a concrete proof. The junior system admin only has a small network capture of the incident and a memory dump of the local security authority subsystem LSAS is what I'm going to call a process. Fortunately for your company, that is all you need. So we can download our task files and everything. But before we do that, let's go ahead and get our note set up. So I'm going to copy this. We're going to jump over to Notion where I make notes, and we will make a new note here, and we'll call this block. If I can type THM, and we'll make it full width, and we'll also just make it full screen. And let's go ahead and start out our scenario. So here is our scenario. And I'll just, actually, let's just put that in a code block. I think it'll look a little bit neater like that. And we'll just change it over to text. And there we go. So we have our scenario set up. And we'll just say, well, we don't need to put our artifacts in here. We'll go ahead and download those artifacts. Let's jump over to this. Let's download our task files. And we will go over to our terminal, CD to Try Hack Me, and I might already have a block one from when I did it. Let me just go ahead and we'll remove block and we'll start everything over from scratch. So we'll make block right here. Go over to this. Our files done downloading? They are. So we will CP from home. Tyler downloads evidence. So when we download it, dot clear ls and final. Oh, maybe I should move it into the right folder though. Unzip evidence. All right, there we go. We have our evidence on our machine. If you're following along on YouTube and I went too fast for you, just go ahead and pause the video, download the evidence, unzip it, and then we will be ready to go. Let me jump back over to block and we will see this. Our first question is, what is the username of the first person who accessed our server? We're probably going to get that from the Wireshark packet capture, so we can check that out. But while we do our notes, let's go ahead and just add each one of these questions to our notes. I think that'd be a good way to do it. So we can say like H2 maybe, and we'll drop our questions in there. So what is the username of the person who accessed our server? Can I see this on the side? How do I show? We can turn it off for Notion. Notion's already dark mode. All right, anyways, this will be fine. So we have our scenario. We have what is the username, and let's go ahead and dive into things. So if we go over to our terminal, we'll just clear so we jump up at the top, and we have our 2 files. We have the lsas.dump file, and we have the pcap traffic file. And because we want to know the username of the first person who accessed our server, this question's pretty easy. We should just be able to open up the traffic in Wireshark. And okay, here we go. Here's Wireshark did it. Okay, it has everything encrypted. Beautiful. Making sure it doesn't go from the last time I did this, but here is our file. And when we look at this, even if you're brand new to Wireshark and you don't know too much about what is going on, you likely are able to answer this question just by looking at this. What's the user that authenticated? Well, we see a user right there called mrealman. That's probably a pretty good guess. So let's go ahead and jump over to Try Hack Me and see if that's the right answer. And it is. So in our notes, let's go ahead and document this. We'll say open PCAP in Wireshark, note the name. And we'll go like that, go over to here. Let me go ahead and open FlameShot. Oh, I don't have FlameShot installed. Let me go ahead and install FlameShot real quick. Sudo app install FlameShot. If you're wondering what that is, it is the tool I use for taking screenshots, but this VM right here is relatively new, so it doesn't have a whole lot of my tools. So we'll go ahead and get FlameShot installed. Super easy to install on Linux, as you can see. Now we'll just go ahead and open up FlameShot. And FlameShot is there. We'll open up our PCAP capture right here. And I like to just take screenshots of what we found. So there it is right there, our username. We can go ahead and put a red box around it so we know where it's at. And we will copy that. Jump over to our notes and paste the image in there. So far, so good. We have the first question complete. Pat yourself on the back. Congratulations. Let's go ahead and keep on going through it. What is the password of the user in question one? So that's our next question. Let's jump over to our notes and we will answer that one next. So what is the password of the user in question one? Well, this one we can likely find in the LSAS dump file. Now, if you don't know what that is, we always can do ChatGPT. Let me go ahead, switch over to me in case I need to authenticate. All right, there we go. So ChatGPT does a good job of explaining this stuff in simple terms. So explain in simple terms what an lsas.dump file is. So it contains a memory dump of the LSAS process. Is where we can get some hashes and possibly clear text passwords. It's a critical part of Windows that handles security-related tasks like managing user logins, password changes, and access tokens. So why is it important? Well, this file can contain sensitive information such as passwords in a readable format. That's why I said, hey, we're looking for passwords. LSAS dump is where we want to look. This is why it is a target for hackers. If they can get their hands on this file, they might be able to extract passwords and other security information from it. So with that as our context, let's go ahead and jump over to that. We'll just change this to terminal. We have this LSAS dump file right there. We could just like mouse pad that, and I want to go ahead and just drop. Oh, hey, let's just go like this. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. No, don't. Like I need to use Impacket on it. Okay, well I broke it. Okay, let's use it. I think it's Impacket Get Secrets, right? We will check. Reading LSAS dump. Oh man, my nose. Do. So with LSAS, we should just be able to read it once we get it on our machine. Let's see. I don't remember having to do much with this. Maybe it's PyCats? That's going off memory. Let me check PyCats. Yes, I think this is what I'm looking for. Blah, blah, how do we use it? I think it's installed by default on Kali. If not, you can install it. Okay, let's just see. All right, what can we do on here? We can pass it LSA. Yep, that's what we want to do. So, cats, can I help on that? Mini dump, and then we should be able to read that file. So let's try that again. LSA, mini dump, LSAS. Boom, I was right. Good job, Tyler. You're welcome. Let me go ahead and just grab all of this after we dumped it, and I just want to add this to Notion. just so we have all this information in one spot that will be easy for us to search through. So let's go ahead and grab this. Oh, I went too high. And we'll copy. Oh, let's go to here. And I think what we'll do is we'll make a new page inside, and we'll just call this the LSAS dump. Code block, plain text, full width. All right, there we go. Took me a second, but we got it. So we have the file there. We can look through it. But let's go ahead and document our steps. So what do we have to do that? Well, in order to read the LSAS file, you need to use PyPyCats, right? And we can just add a code block of the syntax, just so if this comes up in the future, we have the syntax right there, right? And then we have it there. Now we need to get the password of the user mrealman. So if we can go over to this dump file, oh, we should see it right there. We have mrealman, and we have his username, and we have his nt hash. We should be able to crack that. I don't think we have any clear text credentials for him from what I can see. We can jump through, make sure I'm not missing anything. Yep, so we do have his hash. Let's go ahead and grab this hash. We'll go over to our terminal, and we'll nano mrealman hash.text, paste it in there, hashcat-h. What we need to get is the hash mode for NTLM, and the way I like to do that is I just do -h for the help in hashcat, and I just grep for what I'm looking for, so I can try that. And that's not going to work, of course. All right, let's just see if it'll do it on its own. Can I just pass it the hash? It might automatically detect it. Or not. Do I even have the right hash? I don't think I have the right hash. Let me jump back over to Notion. And this is what I meant to grab. What one did I grab? Did I grab the SHA one? I think I did. Let's try this one instead. Okay, there's what I'm looking for. Oh, all right. Let me show you why I missed that when I was doing it my grepping way. It wasn't case insensitive, so it was looking for NTLM in lowercase. If I was smart, this is what I would have done. Hashcat-h grep/I for case insensitive, and then if we would have searched for NTLM, it would have come up, right? 1000, what we're looking for. So I think it's hashcat-m1000 mrealman. And then for the wordless and hashcat, I get this and John the Ripper confused whether you have to specify -w or you just throw the wordless in. So let's just try throwing the wordless in first. And that did not work. So maybe I need to do -w for wordless. Okay. What's wrong with my syntax? Anyone know? M1000, I have that right. Then I pass it my word list. I don't think I need the W. I'll hash this, okay. Oh. No. Let's try this then. Try it a slightly different way. I'll just pass it the hash directly. Try mode 5600. Okay. All hashes found as pop file and or empty entries. Use show to display them. I don't think so. Oh, it already cracked it, guys. What? So it already cracked it, apparently. Was it maybe from the when I first did this room? When I did it, that's when it cracked it. I bet that's what it was. Like it already had it saved or something. But it looks like it did crack it. Yeah, it was in memory from the last one. That's exactly what was going on. So if you were following along in your own, this syntax, I believe, would have done it for you. But because I shared with you guys, I did this like a week or 2 weeks ago when I first did the room. Now I'm trying to go through it like without looking at any walkthroughs or anything. It already saved it from the first time I did it. But that is the syntax in order to crack it, the 1000. And then it was in the pop file. So it was saved in memory of Hashcat, and it was Blockbuster 1. So we'll go ahead and just grab our syntax here just so we have it for our notes. And yes, let's go back over to this. We can pull the TLM hash from the LSAS dump, crack it with Hashcat. Like so, and don't make a new mistake. We have the password of Blockbuster 1. So note to self, if you get that error, it's because you already cracked the hash at some point in time. And it's never actually happened to me, to be honest. But yeah, it's in the pop file. We are good. So we cracked it with Hashcat. We have the user. So what is the password of the user? Well, we have it right there, Blockbuster 1. So let's jump back over to Try Hack Me, and we'll go ahead and type in our answer. All right, what is the flag that the first user got access to? Now, both of these questions I actually did a lot faster than I just did them now when I was going through the challenge live. These are really easy questions for me. Was able to figure them out rather quickly. This is when I got stuck, and I was like, how do I decrypt the SMB stuff? Because the SMB, as you're going to see, is encrypted. So we have like mRealman, right? He makes this connection here. We can see some of that stuff in clear text. But once we get down to the actual SMB request that he's using, it's all encrypted. We can't decrypt it. It's encrypted SMB3. And so we have to figure out how to decrypt it. And doing some Googling, we'll see if I can find the same article I found when I was doing this before. Let's type decrypt SMB v2 in Wireshark. This might be the one I was looking at. Here's another one that I was looking at. But this is where I got stuck. This took me a long time, and I bet it's going to take me a long time again because I was confused on everything that I needed. Once I started taking good notes, I was able to figure it out. Let me just skim through this article. Yeah, so it has a session key, but this doesn't actually work. It's an encrypted session key. So I tried that, and yep, that doesn't work. That doesn't decrypt it. Yeah, so this is what you need in order to decrypt it. We need all of these things: the user's password and TLM hash, the user's domain, the user's username, that. So let's go ahead and get this question typed into our notes. I think it was H2. We'll do that. In order to do this, we need to decrypt the SMB to traffic. And we'll drop a link to the article that we're looking at right now. Right? And so what do we need? Here's what we need. I'm just going to put this in a code block. All right. Now, to answer these questions, we do have the user's password and TLM hash. Matter of fact, we have both of them. So let's just type in the user's password here. We have Blockbuster1. The user's domain, I think, was just workgroup. The user's username is mRealman. All right, now we have a few things here that we need to grab. If we open up Wireshark, I think we can get this from the initial connection, possibly. Let's see. Here's my initial connection, packet 11 here. And if we go to SMB2, so SMB header, we have a few pieces of information here. Nothing super helpful for us yet. Is it flags? No, not flags. Session ID maybe. Nope, not session. Oh, maybe session setup request is what we need to find. And then our session setup requests, we have the security blob. That's not helpful for us. The hash isn't really helpful for us. Let's go to security mode, maybe. Nope, not security mode. Capabilities, nope. Not capabilities. Security blob. Nope, I don't think this. Where was this at? Obviously not great with Wireshark, if you can't tell. All right, let me jump around. I'm pretty sure it's here somewhere, the information that we need. If we jump back, we need NT proof string, key exchange key, and the encrypted session key, which if we look back at our article, I think he showed one of these when he was going for the session key. Right here. The encrypted SMB3 data, somehow, blah, blah. So one of the quests where to start was even possible. Session key in the packet. Edit, preferences, protocols, SMB. Oh, so that's just in the packet right there. So is that after the initial authentication? Possibly. Oh yeah, I do mean SMB3. Good catch. Let me correct my notes. All right. Is it here? Session ID. Signature. Setup response. See, I told you guys I get stuck on this. This took me a long time when I was doing this. To remember, well, not to remember. The first time I did it was just me stumbling through it. It's not that. All right, here's the encrypted one. Is the session ID, is that what we're looking for? No. Yep, none of that's going to be helpful to us. Interesting. I thought it was back here. All right, chat. Where's it at? Any of you guys have guesses what I'm missing? Oh, wait. No. I already looked at this, right? Freaking A. Maybe I won't be releasing a video on this room. So I don't feel like staying up that late. Wouldn't that info be in the SMB3 protocol later on? I don't know, dude. Would it? Here's our next user. See, I think I see it here for them. We have some information there that's interesting to us. Let's go back to our user. I think it's at that initial authentication, but I might be wrong. This user right here. Let me just close out all this freaking craziness I have open. I thought it was down here. Session key. All right, yeah, this is what I'm looking for. So it's right here. It's freaking in front of my face. I'm blind. All right. Let's go ahead and get this. So our encrypted session key anyways, that encrypted session key is this. Right? So we can go ahead and copy the value. All right. The key exchange key, I think, is what we're going to end up calculating. But the NT proof string, I don't remember what the frick that is. Let's see if he explains it. All right. It can be calculated but not needed as it is present in the PCAP. Yeah. Where's it at in the PCAP? So we have all this stuff, right? Yeah. Decrypting, blah, blah. I don't think it's called NT proof string in the Wireshark. Is it? Oh, you think it's in the response? I don't think that's what it's actually called, is NT proof string or whatever. Let me oh, this is the same freaking thing I opened. Where'd you say it's at? Under NTLM v2 response section. Oh, you mean here? Oh, NTLM v2 response is what it is in Wireshark. Gotcha. Did you guys see it? I'm guessing I'm staring right the frick at it and I don't see it. NTLM service provider, LAM, NTLM response. Is this what I'm looking for? That seems very long. I don't think that's what we're looking for. Looking at my other notes from when I did this to see if I can freaking work out what I'm looking for. Starts with 1.6. Oh, it is right there. Really? It's not that whole thing though. So it is this. It is the response, but it's not the whole thing. It only goes up to C14. But how would you know what goes up to C14? I must have figured that out. Oh, here it is. It is called NT proof string, guys. Now y'all see why I had such a hard time doing this. It's very confusing, at least for me. You guys are probably smarter than me, but it's confusing for me. So with that, I think if I remember right, in that blog post, there's like a script that we can use. Let me go ahead and look at this. Yeah, here's a script, but it's freaking in Python too. So convert Python 3. Let's see if GPT can come to the rescue, because I'm not going to do it. So it accepts our user, our domain, our password, NT proof string, key, and verbose. If we wanted to do verbose, Creates an NT. Oh, it hashes the password. Why do we need the password? We could just pass it the hash, I'd assume, right? But it takes our password and then just hashes it to calculate the key. All right. Let's go ahead and grab that, and we will give it a shot, shall we? Nano, please work.py. All right, so we need to pass it our user of mrealman, our domain of workgroup, our password of blockbuster1, our int proof string of something. Wait, where's my notes? Right here. Right here. And our key, our encrypted session key of this. All right, and then we cross our fingers and we hope it works. All right, we at least got something. Let's go ahead and document our note. So we will go ahead and cat out please work. All right. Come on. And we'll copy that. Switch back over to our notes here. And we will say with this, can use this script to decrypt it. The script in the blog is Python 2, but this is converted to Python 3. And we'll make another new tab for that just so we don't fill up the thing, and I don't want to do that. Crypt script. That rhymes. Okay. So we have our decrypt script there, and I just want to drop in the syntax, how we ran it, showing that we did get the key. If we scroll up, here it is. All right, so we have the random SK. Now, I think with that, we can decrypt the data there, and we're able to see the flag that they eventually got to. And I don't remember how to do that, so let's see if I can remember how. Is it file? No. Analyze? No. I think it's edit, preferences, protocols, SMB 2, I think is where you have to do it at. Is there an SMB? No, SMB 2. Secret session keys for decryption. And we can do a plus. Do I offer one-on-one courses or coaching or lessons? Does it look like I'd be able to teach you? I'm freaking stumbling my way through how to do this. But no, I do some coaching at a donate what you can rate over in the Hack Smarter Discord. So if you're not part of Hack Smarter, come join. Hacksmarter.org is our website. If you go there, you should be able to get to the thing. But okay, what we need is our session ID and our session key. Did we get the session ID? I don't think so. We have the session key, but we don't have the session ID. Okay, we still need that information. So let's wait to do that. Just close that out and we'll go back to our user. And is our session ID is there, but we need to convert this. So let me go ahead and, can I decode it? No. Okay, copy, value, go to my good friend. I don't think it works if you do that. Yes, that's what I'm looking for. First, remove the 0x to get the raw hex value. Separate these byte pairs with columns for Wireshark. Oh no, I don't think that's how it would be. I think it's just this one would be sufficient. Let's try it. We'll see if I'm right. So we'll go file or edit preferences, protocols, SMB, to edit, add, session ID, and our session key, which is going to come from our notes. That's what we just got, this right here. Okay. Okay. That sucks. And it didn't work. All right. Maybe my session... No, that's the same session ID. What did I do wrong? Anyone know what I just did wrong? Because I think that should work. Look back over at my notes. Okay, and we did 41. I think maybe my session ID was wrong. I think I formatted it incorrectly, I'm guessing. SMB to edit. Oh, I think it needs to be flipped around. So it's actually 41 first, and then the rest. Let me see. I think this is what it needs to be. I'm almost certain. Let's see. It decrypted it. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and save that for our notes. So we can say like... All right. With this information, we need to decrypt the traffic. The only other piece we need is the session ID. Which, yes, Indian, you're right, Indian, which you can get from Wireshark. So let's just show that conversion process here. So if we pull up our notes, what it looked like initially, if we jump back over to this, we have our session ID right here, right? So we will, maybe I'll just grab a screenshot of this, might be the easiest way to follow it. Right? So that becomes... we had it here. All right, so man, a lot of questions just to answer that, or a lot of steps. Now that we have that done, we have the session ID in the proper format. Now we go to decrypt. File, edit, protocols, SMB2. And then we'll just drop a screenshot of what that looks like. File, or which edit, freaking said it wrong in my steps. Protocols, SMB2, edit, there we go. That's a lot of steps there. And that's, guys, that took me probably like, I mean, it took me a while this time, and I already did it once, but the first time I did it, that took me a very long time to get all those pieces fit together. But I learned a lot through the process. Now it should be relatively easy to grab the flag, Gonna close this out since we're done with that. We can go to File, I think Export Objects, SMB, and we have this client CSV. We can go ahead and save that to block. And if we go over to this, cat, whatever that is. And we have all these names as well as our flag, SMB, decrypting, who could have thought. And then we have our flag right there. So we'll go ahead and, oh, need to document my steps. So how do we do that? We did File, Export Object, SMB. To get the flag, File, Export Object, SMB. And we'll drop that information in there. But because this is going to be, I'm going to drop this right up when I drop this standalone video. So I'll go ahead and redact the flag. Obviously, you're watching the video, you have it yourself, but always encourage people, do the room yourself. Just grabbing flags or try hack me is going to help you learn. Even if you're following a walkthrough, go through the muscle memory of going through the full steps yourself, and you learn a lot better that way. But let's go ahead and grab our flag, and we can drop it in there. All right, now basically we just have to do the same thing again to get this user. So let's go ahead and grab the username of the second person who accessed the server. eShellStrop, and we'll go ahead and grab that question, drop it over in our notes. All right, this one will be really easy to do. We have the username right there. We'll use Flameshot. We'll grab a screenshot of that packet, highlight their name, and we are good. All right, so eShellStrop. eShellStrop. What is the hash of the user? So we can go ahead and get that information from the LSAS dump that we already have. eShellStrop. And there is their hash right there. Whoops. And I guess we'll grab a screenshot of that. So here's eShellStrop. Here's their hash. Oh, I'm in my notes. Grab the question. All right, what is the hash of the user? We have that information. But I'm dumb and didn't save it. Don't know why it stops copying when I do that, but we'll go ahead and copy. Switch back over to try hack me and drop the hash in there. Fingers crossed. There we go. All right, drink of water. Would be an interesting project to automate all this. Yeah, it would be. And you could automate it, right? Because it's all like both the steps are going to be the same. Although I think let's try to crack this hash, but I don't think you can actually crack this hash. We can give it a shot though. We'll copy that. I think I already had it copied. Go over to our terminal and we can do hashcat mode 100 or 1000 rather. User share wordless rocku.txt. And it exhausts, so we can't actually crack the hash. What we can do is first, do I have code on here? I do. All right, sweet. Let's go ahead and open up Visual Studio Code and let's look at our pleasework.py script. Yeah, I trust myself. Sure, install. That's fine. Go back to pleasework.py though. All right, so if we stolen from Impacket, I love it. At least I give credit where credit is due. What's interesting about this is, can you freaking stop? What's interesting about this, also let me turn on word wrap, is it asks for the password, but all it's doing with the password, right, is creating a hash of it. If I'm understanding this correctly. Calculate the random session key by decrypting blah, blah. So it's just taking the password and hashing it. So since we don't have the password, could we not just change that so it accepts a hash? Is there anything I'm going to break as far as functionality goes? I don't think so. So it's taking the password, encoding it, hash one, and then it's passing it the hash. What if I just change this to this? Like so. Would that work? Can I just dump it the hash now? Oh, does it need an MD4 hash? Oh, not an NTLM hash, yeah. Good call. Thank you for pointing that out. So I do have the MD4 hash, I'm pretty sure, and LSAS dumps usually have those anyways. Or maybe they don't. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I don't have that. My computer would scroll. Right, so we have her there. So can I do it in any way with the NTLM hash, do you guys think? Because I don't think we're going to get MD4. Because it is using the MD5 hash. Do I have GitHub Copilot? I don't. Not on this machine. All right, let me just ask GPT. Fast forward it. Is there any way I can just accept the NTLM hash instead of the password? Okay, this approach will work because the NTLM hash is a result of hashing the password. You can skip the hashing step. Oh, that's what I was thinking. That's exactly what I was going to do. I was just, well, you guys saw how I was going to do it. I'd assume the way I was going to do it would work. And all this is doing, the updated script is just adding the option, which I like that better anyway. So we'll just do that. I think that would work. Okay, but we still need to gather all of the information that we need on that user, which is what takes me the freaking longest. I don't know why it takes me so long. So let's go back over to block. And I'm just going to grab this information right there. And we'll say, well, I'll eventually go back through and answer the question that I'm actually answering. But here is all the information that we need. So it says user's password or NTLM hash. And we do have their NTLM hash. If we jump back over to the Try Hack Me room, it is right here, which will work for this. Just like I was thinking, user's domain is workgroup. Our user's name is eShellstrop. Our NT proof string key, exchange key. Okay, so we need this and we need this. So let's jump back over to Wireshark. Not Visual Studio Code, Wireshark. And on this packet right here, packet 82, I think it was security blob right here. NTLM response. Here's that string. So we'll go ahead and copy this value. Jump back over to here, and here's that value right there. And now we just need our encrypted session key, which I'm sure I just saw and I'm blind. There it is. So we'll copy this value. All right, so I think we have all the information that we need for this. Let's give this a shot. Python, please work.py. Our user is, I already forgot her name, eShellstrop. Our domain is workgroup. Our nh hash is right here. Our nt proof string. All right, our key. We are getting closer, ladies and gentlemen. Beautiful. All right, let's go back over to our notes, though, and make sure we document what the heck we're doing. Sometimes the documentation part is the most difficult part. So let's grab this, go here, and we'll drop this as our question. And actually, let's just jump up here. Okay, that's cool. There we go. Need to follow the same steps, but modify the script so it accepts a hash instead of a password. And we can just drop the script here. Go to Visual Studio, grab it, and we'll do a new page. Modified script. Python, yep, that's all good. And we'll just drag our modified script right there. So it's easy to access. And now with that information, we are able to go ahead and grab that key to decrypt it. Grab our syntax there. My goodness. The Flame said, just realized NTLM is unsalted MD4. Windows at its finest. Yeah. Yeah, I know. I kind of realized that too. Overthinking it. But there we go. We have our SK. Now what we need is the session ID, right? In Endian. Let me do that real quick. If we go, I think it's this session right here. If we scroll up, session ID is here. Value, convert this. I think I said that right. Yep. That's what I'm looking for. Copy that. And now, if we go to Wireshark, edit, preferences, protocols, SMB, v2, edit, add, and then our session key. Cross your fingers. Okay. Decrypted. Beautiful. File, export, SMB. This one right here. Save. Save. No password, no problem. And we have our final flag. My goodness. Chase, I'm a bit drunk and needed something like this to pass out to. Thanks. You're welcome, my friend. Always trying to provide a good service. But That room is not easy, y'all. That was the second time I did it, and I still found it confusing, but learned a lot through it. What is the flag that our user got access to? We can go ahead and grab that so we can complete the room. Copy that, jump over to here, paste it in. But let's go ahead and see if there's anything else we need to document here. So once we have all this information, literally follow the same steps as the first user once you have this information. In. Here's our flag. Right there. We'll just do redacted. And we did it. Gosh, I almost need to do that room a third time, guys, just so I can fully get all of the concepts in my mind, because for some reason it's very confusing for me to work through it. Like this part right here is confusing, and I just need more practice with Wireshark. Like I've done all the basic Wireshark stuff on TryHackMe, but I don't do Wireshark for my job at all. So I just need to get more practice with Wireshark, and I bet for someone with like good Wireshark experience, this would be an easy room. But I think the medium rating on TryHackMe is a good rating for this room. And hey, for those of you watching now or even watching after the fact, what I'll do when I post a standalone video is I'll drop my full notes right here so anyone and everyone can use them. Add them to your own notes as you work through things so you can keep these tricks up your sleeve. And so I'll share these right now with all of you who are watching live. And then for after the fact on YouTube, if you're watching this as a standalone video on YouTube and I did not drop a link to these notes in the description of the video, yell at me in the comments because it means I forgot. And there's always a good chance I forgot, and I will be sure to drop those. But let me go ahead and publish these notes. We will click View Site and make sure everything looks good. We have all the information here. Let me turn off Dark Reader for this because it's already going to be dark. We have all our information, our decrypt script, everything is saved right here in Notion. Beautiful. For those of you watching live, if you want to check out the notes, I will drop it right there. It should go to all of the platforms. Nephil said, check out Chris Gear's Udemy course. He is really good. All right, let's check it out right now before we sign off with the YouTube people. As additional learning, Chris Greer, Udemy, Wireshark, if I could spell. Yes, I'm a human. I've seen this guy. Was he on David Bombal talking about packet analysis? I'll have to check out his course. I remember seeing him talk on David Bombal. Only $10.99 too. Yeah, for the Get Started with Wireshark. I need to do that. That'll be good. Thank you, Nephos. Appreciate it. But all right, for all of you watching after the fact on YouTube, hopefully you enjoyed stumbling through this challenge with me. If you got stuck, that's okay. I got stuck as well. I even got stuck the freaking second time I did the challenge. But when I go through a room and it's very confusing to me or a challenge, I always try to do it more than once, which I know sounds a little bit silly, but I think we have this habit. When we go through a difficult challenge on TryHackMe or Hack the Box or Pwn Labs, you name your room as we go through it. And then once we're done with the room or the challenge, we just want to be done to say we completed it and we check it off of our list. But look, if the challenge was confusing, the best thing that you can do is go through it at least another time. Make sure you take good notes. Your notes serve kind of like your second brain. So when you discover something like this again, I can pull up my notes. So for me, the next time I need to decrypt SMB v3 or I am looking at something similar, I can pull up these notes and think, hey, I already did this. I have a script for decrypting it. I have my notes right there, and I can copy from my notes in order to complete the challenge or the work, whatever I'm doing, a little bit easier without having to do all the research I've already done. So hopefully you found this encouraging. Hopefully you learned something in the process, and thank you for watching. I will see you in the next one. All right, now I'm just here with all of you, but I think, guys, this is everything I'm going to do for this evening. I shared before that my daughter has her first day of school tomorrow, so I don't plan on staying up super late. I'm going to get ready for bed, but do want to thank all of you for hanging out. I'll see if there's anyone on Twitch right now. We have, actually, most of our people right now are on YouTube. Usually most of them are on Twitch, so that's cool, all the YouTube people. But if you want to join in on a raid on YouTube, jump over to Twitch. I'll drop the link over in the chat on all the platforms. There is the link. Let me grab my headphones. and we'll see if anyone is streaming right now. Go InfoSec Streams. If you don't know of this website, you should check it out. InfosecStreams.com shows you everybody that's streaming, and of course, one and only BlazeBits is streaming. Always like rating him, and I learned so much from his stream. So let's go ahead and rate BlazeBits, show him some love. Let me get Twitch pulled up on my other monitor. All right, and let's set up this raid. All right, the raid has been created. If you want to join the raid, jump over on Twitch. The raid phrase is hack smarter, not harder. For the rest of you guys, thank you for hanging out. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys in the